Hasan?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Wicked. I was panicking there for a minute. How are you guys?
We're all very well, thank you. Welcome to Speakers Corner Online. How are you?
Um, Good, to be honest with you. Just doing my usual thing, sitting down, chilling out, waiting for all this bullshit to blow over so we can get back to normality a bit. But yeah, apart from that, that's a different topic. Oh, unless it's going to be.
Fantastic. I am one of the moderators on Speakers Corner Online, and I shall conduct this interview today. Thank you for agreeing to come onto the panel for this interview. Do you like how we have customized this debate room for the occasion?
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love your layout. And to be honest with you, I can see it being quite a catchy little thing. To be honest with you, well done. Seriously.
Fantastic. You shall also find a photo of yourself and many of the other Speakers Corner legends in our 3D chat room called the Gallery. So please do visit there and have a walk around and explore each and every room. A quick message to all the listeners. If anyone has any questions for Hasan, can you please type them in the text chat in this debate arena 1, which is located on www.SpeakersCornerOnline, and I promise to read them out at the end of this interview. Hasan, you do not have to answer any of the following questions if you prefer not to, and you are free to ask me to repeat any question if I am not clear. So let's start. Hasan,
Okay.
you have not been present in Speaker's Corner for a long while. Where have you been?
To be honest with you, one of three reasons. One, I need to sort out my homelessness issue, which is now resolved. Number two was a more priority one than number one, which was when you go down to Speaker's Corner, you know, you sometimes can't see the trees for the woods, or vice versa, like as the saying goes. And I didn't really like somewhat come to the conclusion it was as bad as what it was. I thought it was just some outspoken people that, you know, just needed to just be emotionally set correct, if that makes sense. But when you went there and I found out that there was it's just a criminal enterprise there. So, you know, and my parole conditions told me not to be in criminal placement, so I decided to walk away.
Okay, thank you for that. Do you miss going to the park?
Yeah, I do, to be honest with you, but not for the reasons that some might think. I miss like the camaraderie that we used to have, especially when I was there. It was, I don't know, it was just like a family of fuckfits and misfits. Do you understand me? Just brilliant, like, you know, especially with Raj, Tan, pre-rape, rapist stage, and just the other gang like Moses, Steve, you know, and atheist Steve. You know, some of the people that used to just come in. It was fun. It was just a real nice place, and to top it off, you got to challenge a few idiots, which just insist on being idiots. But yeah, that's that.
No, that's great. Thank you. What is your best memory of Hyde Park Speaker's Corner?
I'm gonna say that's gonna be the day Tommy come down. I mean, that day, I don't know what it was, but and the electricity did go through that park, and it lit a lot of fires under a lot of bellies, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's suited my narrative, and I'm not gonna dispute that. I have one.
Okay, thank you. Once the lockdown has been lifted, do you intend to return to the park?
That depends on what the police do, really, to be honest with you, and the likes of MI5 and, you know, organisations. I mean, I would love to be able to come down there and be in a place that I know to be safe. As it should be in a lot of parts of this country, but unfortunately, with joint custody of London being Sadiq Khan and the Tory party and their disregard to people of this country, I just can't see that happening, to be honest with you. So,
Okay, thank you for that. What is your opinion on the lockdown and the so-called pandemic?
I think it's all bullshit. Literally, I mean, this is either got to be the most smartest virus in the fucking world, or we're the most stupid. And I've got my bets on the latter. Like, if we just see what we're currently going through right now, like being tried to be scaremongered in saying that our hospitals are full. I can remember a time in my life that I've never known hospitals to have excessive beds. I've never known this to happen. I've never known a flu to not take out certain members of society. And according to them, the numbers that we were supposed to be seeing were 11,000. I mean, it's just people dying, and people, I don't know, in Western world seem to be really, really scared of dying. I just don't understand why. We're all going to eventually have to go through that stage of life, it's a part of it. So, I don't know. But without doubt, it is definitely a scam. It's definitely, I mean, look at the people that are getting the money, and, there weren't that very famous saying being said for why it was said, follow the money. That's where it will be, and that's where it is with it. I mean, look at Bezos. I mean, he's just like walked away from it all. Like, the guy that had everything there, like, he must have just got so fat from it, or they just thought, fuck it, you know what, I've got what I need now, and to tell a lie, it's the golden opportunity for him as well. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bill Gates. Yeah, my apologies for interrupting there.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's continue. Soon after you stopped attending the park, there were rumors that you were married and that you were a changed man. Were these rumors true?
I'm gonna say there is elements of truth in there. To be honest with you, when I'm in the park, there's certain issues that get brought up that rile you up and want you to like passionately defend what you know to be true. That's not there in my life when I'm not in the park. Like me, when I'm behind closed doors, I like to be just a chilled, relaxed, drama-free guy. I'm what you call an atypical male. Like, I know that it's a very prehistoric term to use, but that is what I am. As long as I'm fed, watered, loved, put me in the corner and just wait for it to die, man. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, I think that's the best way to be, personally, but each their own.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Did attending the park on a regular basis change you and your personality?
No, I've always been that person. I've never changed in regards to it. What it does do is, because, as I was explaining before, if you're there all the time, then that's what you're going to get. I mean, and there was times where, to the contrary, it wasn't always like that in there. Like especially towards the end, a lot of people just wouldn't come and talk to you. Just wouldn't. Like, the drill, it had become scripted in my head. It was like, if you fail and it's meant to be like undisputable and it's disputable, case done, drop the ball, move the fuck on. But as we found out with a lot of religious minded people, I don't know what it is. It's like they've got a reset button that they're able to press, and it just goes back to ignorance is bliss stage. So It's one of them ones. But yeah, once I went in the park, you know, I'm not, I'm calm, collective, and all the rest of it. But if I'm confronted and I'm getting conflict, I tend to be pretty conflicted back. Understand me? And I need to avoid that because prison's a shit place. Trust me. No one should be making no glamorized videos about prison. It's shit. Okay.
All right. Thanks for that honest answer. Would you say would you say attending the park made you more agitated than you are normally?
Again, no. It's just like that's what I'm. Like, for example, and I don't usually leave home. There is another little secret of mine going out, but I don't usually leave home. I'm quite an agoraphobic kind of person, and the reason why I don't leave home is because when I do leave, I don't know what it is. I just attract cunts. I don't know. They just come out of the woodwork. I've seen people that you just. I don't know what it is. It must be the way I look. You know, like a lot of people say I look like a crackhead, and you know, maybe it's like that societal instinct that we all have in us to shoo away what we don't want in life. Do you understand me? So I don't know. I don't know. Like that, I get a lot of conflict, so I'm pretty conflictive in that sense. Understand me? So knowing that, I tend to not go out. Tend to stick to people that I know are agreeable and share my views. So yeah, I manage it, if that makes sense.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Who is your favorite speaker at the park currently?
Mine's always going to be the same as it always is, and that's Raj. To be straight, the only one in the park at the moment that's talking any sense is Raj, and the reason why, again, I'm going to answer this in coincidence. I get that Raj is a religious person, but his religion is able to evolve and go with UK laws, so it's not really an issue with me. Do you understand me? My real issue and is the welfare of the young, and anything that crushes them, legally or otherwise, is something that I'm just going to go against. And the weak, because we're all judged as a society on how we treat our weakest, not our strongest.
Okay, thank you for that. You were a big fan of Tan. You and him were regarded as being good friends. What happened to break that friendship?
To be honest with you, I should have picked up the first clue when he really reacted to a word, and I'm just going to say it, the word rape. Do you understand me? There was a meme going around where people were going, I wouldn't rape her. I wouldn't. So if that's to be put into context, that's what that was. But when we came across the aversion to Tan's use of that word from my mouth, it was quite a shock to me. And as I said, I'm very used to conflict. I could recognize it pretty fast, and I recognized it in Tan. And as I explained before, I don't like conflict to be in my presence. So what I would do is either get rid of it or close it, so to speak. And I gave Tan the option to, we're done, all right. I get it, that epiphany of realizing that Tan is not this free speech advocate that he made out to be, and that it's worth, no matter what it is, to hear what needs to be said, because no matter the darkness of any message, there should be some light that someone should be able to take out of it, unless it's just a stupid statement and then we just disregard that and move on. Do you understand me? But Tan, I genuinely, and I'm going to say this, and I've never hid it, I've always saw Tan as someone that could actually usher in a genuine free speech, law and constitute, bill, whatever it is, to get people to be able to talk. Because that's the one thing I did know is no one that I've seen in this country that has done what Tan has done in regards to it. He just said it. He couldn't give a fucking shit. He just bleh. And there was things that he said that I didn't agree with, but I'm not gonna lie, it was fucking refreshing to hear. You know, he was able to bring that conversation to the table. But unfortunately, a bunch of fucking inbreds that now have paid the price of shutting free speech and siding with Islam has come. And I saw this years ago, because we see in what we call brown countries and third world countries that if you keep telling a person to shut up, he's going to do far worse things. Let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk. And that's what I believe. And I'm not going to walk away from that. He was fearless, as someone's mentioned. He was able to talk about things that people didn't even know how to approach, and he showed it. And he weren't doing it for gain that I saw. Like in the park, like there's a lot of people that came up to town and was trying to offer him stuff, and you tell him outright to fuck off, man. So,
Moderator, can you please put him on mute?
Can I just ask? And the reason why I fell out with him, I'll answer this bit, is when you find out what your friend is, okay, and tendencies and intention matter to some, and that some includes me. I'm not going to want to be associated to someone that is able to genuinely assume women are a buyable commodity. Like I wasn't raised like that. Like, and I've seen societal thinking that thinks that way and believes they're right in thinking that way. And it shocked me to even think that came from Tan. I was like thinking, how the fuck are you like this? You're meant to be like a Buddhist kind of guy, because his ethos was very Buddhist. You want to, what, rape her? You fucking shit me. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna send dick pics to someone, at least have a dick. Like I don't know, Photoshop would be a good option. I mean, fucking put something down there. But doing what he did to someone that just literally used the shit out of him and just threw him to the dogs. No, who cares? You're an idiot. Yeah, and you was exposed as one, and then you fucked everything up because you literally, and I know you're going to think, oh, you're being a bit assumptuous here, but that is where Tan's free speech fight was done. Like, it was done. You're willing to shout out about someone and use that excuse, but yet you can't take that one word. And what was said to him that he needed to be so affected by that? Who raped who? Who raped who? Who's talking about raping, and who's raping who anyway? Who's raping who here? It's me and you in this room, Tan, at the moment. Okay, that's all it is. Like, who's raping who?
Thank you for that.
No worries. Yeah.
After Tan left, you went on camera and apologized to everyone and accused Tan of misleading you. Do you still feel that that was the right thing to do?
100%. 100%. I don't regret my. You know, one thing, and I'm going to say this as well. If you were to tell me, could you change it? Would you change it? And if there's a lot of things I would change, but if it meant that I was going to lose some form of Tan's expression and of what he was able to do and what he achieved in my eye, nah, keep it the fucking same, mate. I'd rather lose you and have what was done light the fucking fires of fucking asses that needs to be lit the fuck up. because it was getting a fucking joke. It was getting a fucking joke. I mean, and we're still seeing the repercussions of that. I mean, take the most simplest example. Just recently, we've spent £15,000 for the legal aid of some fucking terrorist spouse. It's like, bitch, when the fuck are you gonna get it? Your husband's a fucking terrorist, like, and yet you've got the balls to go up to this state and still ask for it. Like, these people are the ones next to be brought to light, like the lawyers, and I'm sure it's the Sherry fucking Blairs that are sitting at the top of these fucking courts, fucking laughing their asses off us and thinking, what a bunch of fucking mugs. They're paying for every single penny of this. And we do, because we're this great country that just refuses to go down. And I hope it never does. Because if it was any other country, it would have been fucking on its knees, sucking dick years ago.
Thank you for speaking your mind. There was a famous online incident during a particular live stream where Tan visited your house and you both ended up in a physical fight. What happened there?
It weren't me. I'm gonna get this straight. So I don't fight outside my house. Not unless you come to my door. You understand me? Looking for me, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're willing to, I'm straight. Get it sorted out legally. You know, get the police to come down, get their names, get their addresses, and tell them to fuck off. And if they're stupid enough. And I'm just going to say, if you're stupid enough to go and put yourself in a fucking room for 23 hours because some fucking idiot told you, good. Good. That's where you need to be. Do you understand me? And that's what I said to Tan. I go, mate, just call the police, get them sorted out. But Tan being Tan, and he was hyped up because he's had a bit of beer down him. He's gone out there and, like, it would have been just the best thing. It's like, fuck off. I got no time to deal with you fucking idiots, and just go on about your day. You understand me? But no, they had to come out and show strength where strength didn't need to be shown. And that's what it was. And I'm going to be honest with you, I kept myself out of that one. I was like thinking, oh man, if you've got nothing better to do than pick on a couple of fucking drug dealers that are going about their fucking business. Are you serious? And you can blatantly tell they had their side bag on. Man's riding around with his baggies on. Like, why do you need to? Why are you giving them a headache just because he recognizes you? It's like, yeah, what? Move on. But they chose not to do that. They chose to make a big scene and upload a big old video. Understand me? And I'm going to say this as well, and I'm not going to put names in it, so please don't ask me, but there was a lot of people that if they'd just shown what was real, non-edited, it would have been a lot more, let's just say, beneficial to what was needed to be done. Understand me? Because there was a lot of people that, I don't know, man, they just seem to love editing shit out. They just love it because it doesn't suit their narrative. It's like, all right, whatever. You understand me? But yeah, anyway, moving on. And big up everyone in the chats, by the way, especially my man Banksy there, bro. Big love to you, Banksy.
If Tan turned up again, what would you say to him?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've got nothing to say to that guy. Nothing to say to him. And hi, Futo. We've got absolutely nothing to like. What? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Sorry if I switch it up a little bit. What would someone say to Tan? What?
You can speak your mind. So you've answered that question.
I'm as I say, Tan's not on my mind, and he really, like, until times of this, like, he never is on my mind. Understand me? Like, he had that benefit side where we're out there and we were, like, in my view, we were showing those that are around us and those that viewed us, that this thing needs to be fought for. That this free speech is not something that it's gone. I'm under no illusion that we have free speech. Like, I'm under no illusion. But having it demise further down the chain is going to be that much more detrimental to us. That it needs to be like brought to the forefront and like preserved. Like, you know, as I was explaining before, in either constitution, bill, or ingrained right that someone can't take away, that you should be able to say what the fuck you want to say, man. Like, and I've never known words to kill someone. Like, I really fucking haven't. Like, no, unless your wife's sucking my dick, I don't know, like that, and you know, you got an allergy to cocksuckers. I mean, I don't know, like it's just mad. It's just mad. Just let them talk. Let them talk. And the things that we're not allowed to say, it's not like they're not being said. Like, this is another thing that kills me. Like, you can't say that word, but you're just saying it. Like, are you not seeing the irony here? Yeah, like, you look at those rap videos, and personally, I've got no intention or even want to be saying this shit, but I just look at it and I just think, well, how fucking stupid is this? I mean, that person could say it, but that person can't say it. But that person could bitch about it when they're singing songs with that word in it. Like, you can't say it. It's like, fam, fuck off, man. Go suck a dick. Like, seriously, go suck a dick. I ain't got time for this shit. And the amount of money that is spent, and time, and police efforts, and court times, and in rare cases, custodial time, for what? So Boo Boo don't get fucking her emotion. It's like, oh, fuck off, man. Grow a pair, man. Grow a pair. Understand me? And it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that seem to just get offended. And I'm sorry to our Western brothers, but it seems the more Western you are, the more fucking butthurt you could become. Like, weren't you guys raised up in a secondary school? I remember cussing each other's mums was like a rite of passage through school. What happened, guys? Like, what you start doing now, like sending your mum compliment letters or something? Or more to the point, I know exactly what they do. They're uploading MILF videos of how I banged your mum. Is like, what, have you graduated to that or something? Like, what is it?
Thank you for that. If we arranged for Tan to join Speakers Corner online, would you consider joining the interview?
Bruv, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Like, if you were to, like, I'm sitting here, I'm racking my brain, what would I ask Tan? What interest do I have of Tan now? Like, as I said, he was the forefront of being my, when I say mine, our free speech poster child. Like, Asian, short dick geezer, no connection to England, but believes in the English way and a British way of life. He's come over and he's shouting and fighting about that. That bit's done. What's left? Yeah, all right, let's lobby for small Chinese, small Asian dicks to be able to be posted up on WhatsApp. Is that what was that the debate? Is that the debate going to be about? No, it's, as I say, there's nothing else that I want to debate Tan. But if you're saying that, yeah, you know, if Tan wants to say something to me, yeah, by all means, like, have at it, horse. But I don't think it's going to really change my mind. Do you understand me? But yeah, for the sake of the show, yeah, I'm up. Listen to Tan. And Tan has, and I'm saying this to you, Tan, if you are listening, man, what you did for Speakers Corner, fucking Prophet Muhammad couldn't do for Islam, man. Big love to you, geese, for that. But yeah, you went wrong when you did what you did and said what you said, Ruff. Sorry.
Just want to make you aware, we've received tip for £2 for you so far. So just to make you.
Thanks.
You are well known for being.
Big thanks.
It's okay. You are well known for being an open critic of Islam and being an ex-Muslim. Can you share with us how and why you left Islam?
It's quite simple. Islam is priority to everything, isn't it? According to the scriptures, the hadiths, and all the rest of it. Well, guess what? If anyone, and I'm sorry again, bringing it back to the children again, if anyone puts anything before their children, and that goes for crack pipes, that goes for a bottle of beer, that goes for a cigarette, that goes for your addiction to the other half's genitalia, that goes to anything, you're not going to be a friend to me, man. Me and you are not going to see eye to eye. And if your own parentage keeps fucking putting this fucking stupid motherfucking ideology, this fucking stupid scriptures that you're told that, and this you're knowing it, and you're going back and you're challenging it through your school, like your mum tells you something as they do, and then you go back to school and you go, I'm sorry, do you know, or miss, do you know? And they go, no. Muhammad didn't go to the moon and split it, because if he did, we wouldn't have planet Earth as we know it. You understand me? So, you know, because of the tides and the gravity pull and all these fine little details that make us here today. So when you get conflicts like that and you're made to look like a fucking idiot, and then you go back with more facts, and she sends you with more bullshit, and then your education or your knowledge to that education gets corrected, and then you're able to challenge her, and then she comes out with the old bullshit about, oh no, she's right, and you're like, oh no, you're not, and then that leads to other fights. So you've got a person that loves a religion more, and now a person that's willing to cast you aside for that religion, and then you just think, you know what? Why the fuck am I bothering, man? And I'm sorry, I know this is gonna there's a load of women out there that got vaginas that you could fuck. It doesn't need to be your mother. It really doesn't need to be your mother. Loads of women out there that are happy for you to go. So you don't need to really seek approval and gain approval from these people, this person. Go out and do your shit, man. You know, if some mums are stupid, yeah. And when I say stupid, I mean emotionally stupid to certain issues in life. My mum, by a long shot, is not a stupid woman, but she believes in shit like fairy tales, tooth fairies, and all that crap. Do you understand me? So if you want to stick with that, well, stick with that. I ain't got time for it, and especially when when someone's like logically putting it to you, and you're putting the emotional spin to it, and to someone that really don't give a fuck about the emotional spin, would rather the facts. Yeah, where's Finn?
That's great. Thank you for that. How religious were you before leaving Islam?
But there's stages of knowledgeable, but if you're in Islam, you're in Islam, and if you're not, and when I say that, you've got to know that you're either in it or you're not in it. And at the time, I was in it. When my mum's, before we break bread, we always said Bismillah. When it was a cold day, we always said a little prayer for the people out there, in the cold and all the rest of it. And when my mum bought us some jackets, she said, show your gratitude to those that ain't got with her. And we were all brought up with them kind of principles that they weren't all bad, but you was religious, and you wouldn't have done that if you weren't, because that was the ideology's message that was sent to you through your parentage, that was taught by these religious fucking idiots, to understand me, that this is how it is. So, which is quite contrary to what they do, but yeah, nonetheless, that's a different topic altogether.
Thank you for speaking your mind. Non-Muslims call Muslims who accept the age of Aisha as being pedophile apologist, whereas Muslims are taught not to question the teaching of Islam. What are your thoughts about this dilemma, and which side are you on?
I'm on the side that Islam is the bastard of the trilogy that the Abrahamic religions have brought forward, and as far pressing as Islam is in regards to fucking 9-year-olds, you want to check other religions which are fucking 3-year-olds, be it Judaic, and there's even places where they worship these motherfuckers in Mount Zion. According to them, they sit there and once a year they all go up there and they have their little parties. So that this is again an Abrahamic thing. And I know you say, well, in the Catholic, well, in the Catholic religion, there's no such thing of age, like an actual age of when they get married. It just says that they've got to be married. That's it. So the way I see all of these, these written in stone religions that can't adapt, can't get with the time, so to speak, are just doomed to fail. And I just wish they were allowed to die, like genuinely allowed to die, because it's enough that they're getting away with stupid laws that are able to have them get away with fucking children. And I'll point to the case of the rabbis that are able to seek instant sanctuary in Israel because they know that they can't do it anywhere else than Sami. So there's laws that these people put in. There's societal acceptance that this is a way of life. I mean, all of this needs to just fucking die. Enough of our youth internationally, and more concerning to me at the moment is nationally, being able to be fucked by some clergyman, by some rabbi, by some imam, because they can. And they've got a system that sorts out when they get caught, when the press is able to be found out, when a lot of things happen. So, and that's not including the power that they've gained through those means. And we just allow this to be sanctioned, tax-free, with this squeaky clean fucking reputation. It's enough of it. It's enough. Just let the fucker die.
Thank you for that. How do your friends and family feel about you being an atheist?
Fuck them. I don't give a shit how they feel about me being an atheist, man. And to be brutally honest with you, I'm not going to mention who in my family, but I've not got too many members of my family that I want to be around, to be honest with you. And there's reasons for that. I mean, I don't know if you've got 5 hours spare at the moment, but yeah, all a lot of dicks, man.
Thanks. Let's move on. Do you still believe in afterlife, or do you think there is nothing once we die?
Afterlife, meaning that little bit of energy that's left in your body. So those little maggots and fauna could grow on you. Yeah, if you want to call that God, call it. But yeah, no, once you go, you're just going to be a lovely bit of biomass that nature's going to fucking sort out. Hopefully, if you don't fucking formaldehyde yourself and fucking be a, spiteful cunt.
Okay, thank you for that. Another big disagreement you had in the past was with Rob Speaker's Corner. What is your honest opinion about him?
To be honest with you, look, me and Rob didn't have a problem. Rob just needed the classroom to be shown that free speech is free speech. Like, under no situation do I want to do any of the things that I want to do, that I said that I wanted to do to Rob or his wife, then Sammy, which I might hasten to add, which I've apologized for. But in regards, and please don't misunderstand me. I do like Rob in that regard, but Rob's got his views on how he deems society, and I don't really agree with him on that. Understand me? And the way his messages across to people, like for example, the whole ethos about being a smart, educated person is to be able to convey your message to all that are listening. Like, it doesn't make sense being highly educated and not being able to convey your message across to, let's get it right, like poorly educated people, to understand me. And that's where me and Rob differ. Rob, like, he's great if you just want to sit down and go, right, we're going to look into this. Okay, right. Come on, Rob, break it down for us, Rob. How does this go? Me, I just don't look like there's the problem, man. Just, it's there. Like, they wanted one problem. That's the problem. You're 100% sure that's the problem. Yeah, just display it, man. People don't admiration and, I don't know, celebration of loss than you guys are given. Like, just fucking kick them and done with it, man. Like, what is it? It's a fucking dickhead that's come from a country that knows fuck all about fuck all, because if they did, they wouldn't be here. You understand? Let's get that right. And yet you want to sit down and debate with this guy. For what? You know, it's better just to tell him that he should stop fucking his first cousin, would be a start of a good thing, or stop marrying, inbreeding with your own, because your people are looking like some fucking freaks. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's quite simple, but people have problems saying this to people, or some people have problems listening to it as well, which needs to get sorted as well. You just do.
Thanks, Hasan. You have also openly criticized James S., also known as the White Knight, for sitting on the fence for everything. Why do you think sitting on the fence is a bad position to have?
Because, all right, no. See, James didn't sit on the fence. All right, see, that's how that didn't go. James would do is we'll go to the other side and he'd be like, oh yeah, tell me. And when he would get told, we'll go down to McDonald's and we'd have our little talk and go, you know, when they said this to you, like, didn't you think to like challenge it? Like, for example, if someone said to me, Sikhism is about pornography and devil worship, I'll go, whoa, what? Yeah? Explain that bit. With James, it's not like that. With James, you could just say, yeah, Islam's a religion of peace. And James goes, yeah, no, yeah, it is, because, well, because he said so. That's where James is going to be. Like, James was with us at one stage, and then we come out of McDonald's and we'll walk into the park and he'll be with them. So that was his McDonald's tie. He'd be here with us and then there with them. So, yeah, what he would say.
Thank you for that. Thank you. What type of friendship do you and Raj Speakers Corner have? Hello, Hasan? Can you hear me? We're just waiting for Hasan to come back.
Can you hear
Hello,
me?
Hasan? Hello? That's better. I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hasan, I can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello, Hasan. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. Wicked.
Yes,
We're
can
back
you hear
on
me?
for it then. My apologies. Yes, 100%. My apologies.
Perfect.
I think my headphones are playing.
No worries, no worries. Let's continue the interview. Do you think Raj, Speaker's Corner, goes a little overboard sometimes in his online disputes?
Time-wise, yeah. Importance of putting the issue across, definitely, And I say that I've said this to him 100 times, and he's given me his reasons as well. And still understand, but don't understand.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, just to remind all listeners, if anyone has any questions for Hasan, can you please type them in the text chat on our platform here, and I shall read them out at the end of the interview in the Q&A session. The website is www.speakerscorner.online. You were once surrounded at the park by members of a gang called Guiding a New Generation. They were wearing bandanas to cover their faces and seemed to want to intimidate you. What happened and why did they approach you in such a manner?
Well, I've got a lovely story about that, to be honest with you. Gang, when I first came to the park, was like the buffer zone. It was really weird. Like you go, it's like a whole load of what seemed to be proud black young individuals that seemed to want to get a few things sorted out initially, and that had some decent wise people that were at the time saying very sensible things, but as in all good things, the some go to shit, and the shit then spew out more shit, and that shit then mingles with other shit, and then you got Gang 2.0 with Jedi and RAJSPEAK in there shouting about on music videos. Oh, sorry, what I meant Jedi, I meant My Private Dancer, okay, and Horseface, Bilal, Whip Wannabe Boy, currently going on, shouting about issues that they have fucking no knowledge on how to resolve, no knowledge on its history, and no knowledge, or let's get right, no real intentions of sorting it out. None. What they want to do is jump on it, get their Tumblr ratings up or their Insta ratings up, and then leave a whole load of disgruntled people, as did plenty of media wannabe celebrities did before them. But there's some people that you don't like. For example, you don't want to, be a lobbyist for like a rapist group. I'm going to assume the worst in that one. But with them, that's it. And then they sided with the Muslim Brotherhood, okay? And then that was another thing, which then led to the threat of people in the park when they decided to do a park exodus of the people that they wanted in the park, and that's including Maku, Rambo, and all these fucking buck-to plastic gangsters that insist that they're the real deal, still using the buses, still using trains. Because the last time I remember a gangster was someone that used to sit in a high place with good stuff around them, not a fucking sheltered accommodation with some crack-hole daughter bunning 10 pence every time he needs something. Understand me? So, these people, guess what I say? They were able to orchestrate free speech or the attempt of free speech to die in the park. And I'd warned them. I go, look, hey, you're siding with this Muslim Brotherhood's crew. But trust me when I say that, these people are going to come round and end up biting you in your ass. Which, guess what? It did. The moment Jedi opened his mouth, the moment he opened his mouth, he was surrounded. And I never laughed so much in my life. Laughed so hard I pissed myself. Do you understand me? And when he somehow got that, and that was in reference to, you're allowed to say what you're allowed to say, but I'm allowed to punch you in your face because I don't like you. Well, that's not how this country has run or will run. Understand me? That's for those Saudi motherfuckers. Understand me? But yeah, they would never want to go there. But that's where. Sorry, I'm digressing here. So that was
Okay.
that. He got his lesson from there, and then when he had an opportunity, I was led to a group which I'm not going to say the name, but one of their, at the time, youth gang members was there with a knife, getting me to retract, what I had said about Islam, and there was a few there. There was a few there. You understand me? And nothing happened. Nothing happened. And that's that day. I somewhat, you know, like when you get that penny drop moment that, no, the police ain't here for us. They're for them. They're definitely for them. Like, you're looking around and like the park is full of terrorists, and these people are still standing there with blades in their pocket. And, you know, getting a metal detector is not a big expense for the police. I can tell you that right now. It really ain't. But yeah, so that was that. That was my brush with gang, and fuck gang, fuck Rambo, fuck Maku, fuck you pole dancing bitch, fuck you horseface fucking Muslim wannabe fucking Bilal bitch, fuck all of you, do you understand me? And wherever the fuck Uncle Rambo dutty daughter is, do you understand me? I hope you just don't fucking die of your next crack overdose. Fucking free. So,
Thank you.
Anyway.
Thank you. There was once an incident at the park where you were physically assaulted and you ended up with a bruised eye. What happened?
Yeah, that as I said, that was with that guy, the one with the knife. So, as I say, mate, that shit that the park is allowed to have to get away with it, and don't be under. And Steve, the fake ass police officer that goes around with his pagan smoke, his dopey outlook. Trust me when I say he knows everything in that part. And guess what? He still does. He still insists on fucking fingering his own arsehole with the other finger firmly lodged in his fucking mouth. Understand me? Because that's how they want him to be. Understand me? As I said, and I'm still gonna say this. I still think Speakers Corner is owned by someone other than us in regards to the crown. It's like I don't know. It's like the terrorist playground down there, man. This is serious. It's like, come meet Jihad. He's gonna be your local bomber tonight. Yeah, come join him. You know, he's fun. You know, it's one of them ones. So, I don't know.
Thank you for that. Did the police investigate the incident?
Yeah, no, 100%. They came down and they went, yeah, this has happened, and I was like, oh, thank fuck you can agree on that. And then that was it. He just went. I was like, yeah, brilliant. So anyway, like, you know what kills me? Like, the last time I remember, West End is fucking every single millicentimeters of that place is under CCTV. So guess what? If they wanted to find him, they could have. Damn me, like, as I say, like the police are. I don't know what's happened to them, man. I remember when I used to be like a 6-7-year-old. The police used to be something different. Man. Now, socks straight with condoms and a big fat, I don't know, shit pie with lipstick on it. Looks like that's what I resemble a police officer to be these days. That's really it.
Thank you, Hasan. There was also an incident in the McDonald's close to Hyde Park where somebody spat at you. What happened?
Yeah, I heard this guy went to prison, man. I hope the prison sex was good, bro. By the way, if you are listening, you don't need to thank me for that. It just comes part of the deal. For some that look really scrawny and too young. But yeah, anyway, I hope the prison sex was nice and halal prison food was nice for him. Like, I genuinely hope he enjoyed it. At least he got to meet his friends, bro. He could have had his dawah in there, you know, like just brilliant. You know, they've all been sitting there going, Allah Akbar, may you enter me. Enter me, Allah. Allah, just enter. As I'm sure he did. As I'm sure he did, especially in those prison dawah centers, innit, bro? Just fucking love it, mate. Just love it, mate. Just pray and Allah shall receive it to you, mate. It's all right.
Just to make you aware, you received another tip for £1 as well from our visitors. Would you say...
I'm all right, media whore.
Would you say Speakers Corner Hyde Park is a dangerous place for everyone, or just for those who use their free speech?
Yeah. That's why I don't mind Muslims going there. I swear to God, man. I just hope one of them accidentally presses the wrong button. It'd be fucking brilliant. Just watch that on live feed, man. You understand? Allah Akbar. Fucking can't wait, man. As I say, man. It'll look nice on the fucking horse, man. That's feeding. Understand me? It then really send the message out there. But yeah, again, it's not to anyone with commonsensical Western values to do this, or I've got to include them as well, haven't I? Yeah, to all you mind fuck, dumb motherfucking Muslims, do not go and bomb your brothers and sisters at Speakers Corner. Please, I forgot. Some people are stupid.
All right, Hasan, thank you for that. On the subject on free speech, do you have limitations or boundaries to your free speech?
My version, definitely not. I think the police should be smart enough to recognize a real threat to someone that says it. Yeah, I remember back in the day, police used to have common sense, you know, that they would look into their experiences in life and make great decisions. But since then, we've had Cassidy Dick, you know, our top girl, mate. That police officer sent fucking fears down me. It's lucky I'm not a child in some home that she may have kept quiet on. Disgusting cunt, a lot of them, mate. I hope one day that all of these reports of where all these people had kept silent about our children's abuse, I hope their names are given as in an honor list of who the fuck we should have really looked into. It's fucking disgusting that they're able to do this job and get paid for it. Absolutely disgusting.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Hasan.
I'm not a real big fan of the police. Really not. Not especially these days. Nor the law, the justice system, nor the housing system, nor the DWP system, nor these fucking left-wing fucking fucktards that just insist on having organic rope to hang themselves with. Inbreds.
Thank you for that, Hasan. Let's move on. You are Turkish in origin, and the British Turkish community is known for their delicious cuisine. Do you cook Turkish food at home?
Yeah, I just call it food though. Yeah, no, I do, man. honest. Yeah, I love our food. I love our side food. Don't get me wrong though, I love a curry. I love our English braised, roast, stewed, fry-ups. Man, I love English food. French, I'm a bit partial to. I do like a bit of the old French foods, and so that's nice. But yeah, Turkish food has definitely got a special place in my heart, man. It's like everyday food, man, and it always tastes nice. Not halal. I don't like halal food. It's fucking nasty. Why do you? That's the best part of the food. You just cut it away and throw it away, man. So I mean, keep the blood in the meat, man. Want it leaving
Thank you for
that.
What are you most proud of when it comes to your Turkish heritage?
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and I say this all the time. The fact that we weren't slaves, I think that instills in a person that confidence that people need in life, man. I really do. Like, I really do. You know, if there's the one point of this BLM movement I've not heard about is that part, that bit where, you know, if you were crushed, you're gonna be crushed in your future lives. Like you want to get yourselves in a position where you can start a history in your life where you're not slaves. And I could safely say as Turks, man, we don't have that, man. Just don't have that. We like, even when we're being ruled over, we're not really ruled over. Just like, yeah, the boss, you give a shit, man. Get on your day, man. I think it's like the English as well. Like English have been like that. So I've noticed I've seen this kind of way of thinking in, what country did I go? Sweden. There's a lot of fucking people like that there as well. Was it Sweden or I can't remember now? But it's where you get the cheap bags from. Is it Luxembourg? It's one of them places anyway, man. I've been in loads of places, man. I forget more than I remember. Anyway, moving on.
Thanks, Hasan. We hear Hatun from Speaker's Corner is also from Turkey. What are your thoughts on Hatun?
Hatun, look, I'm not a big religious like advocator, so but as a person, I think Hatun's a lovely, strong, brave, fearless individual, but I think she's fighting a war that I'd rather she was fighting against, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean it like, you know, start fighting for Islam, but I'd rather her knowledge and her ability to talk be used to fight in ending this problem, because I do see religion as a major force for evil in this country, in this society. I really do. I don't see nothing great about religion, to be honest with you. And I argue anyone that could try to explain to me that there is some good in there. So, nothing that you can't just say, make it lawful, man. There you go. If you want to be charitable, make it law that 3% of your wages goes to charity. There you go. You know, make it lawful that you got to be nice to your parents, and their parents have got to be nice to you. You know, it's so simple. If you want that kind of society, make it so. But don't come out with that your invisible fucking friend told you so, and not to believe me, but to believe him. It's like, no. No. Next, my brother.
Thanks, Hasan. Do you think she was within her rights to hold up a Quran with holes in it and the Muhammad cartoons?
I swear to God, I wish someone's going to be brave enough to have a picture of the Quran, okay, with Muhammad bending down, getting fucked by Allah, and a jealous-looking Aisha, and a side glance in a hijab, just the top half, bottom half open with a massive dildo up her ass. I mean, I can't wait until Hatun puts that picture up, but until then, I don't know.
Okay, if Tan had asked you to draw Muhammad instead of Raj, what would your answer have been?
Okay, man, you know what? I swear to God, I would love to, but do you know what? I just want to live a couple more years of my life, man, just before I go. Because it's not that we're scared to do things. These people are just too stupid to understand. They just are. Like we thought that Charlie Hebdo was going to be the last of them that was sacrificed for this, but no. And we still have pictures of Macron with no entry sign going through him, like as if this is the way that they're going to fight it. Like, it's just mental. That the French school teacher, and I'm sorry I forgot your name, the two gay gentlemen that got stabbed up in Reading. As I say, like, you know, you got like, as I said, a smart person gets his message across to everyone. Doing that is not a smart way of putting your message across, because they're not gonna get it, man. That people are fucking savages, man. They're fucking savages.
Thank you, Hasan. We are now nearing the end of the interview. Just to remind all listeners, if anyone has any questions for Hasan, can you please type them in the text chat on our platform here, and I shall read them out at the end of the interview in the Q&A. The website is www.speakerscorner.online. Just another question now. What's your opinion of Boris Johnson?
I'm going to say this. Boris Johnson comes from a family of traitors. Let history dictate what history dictates. He's not really for the fuck of you guys. He couldn't give a shit. He's like, figure it out. This lockdown, our rates at 0.7. We were told that if it goes below 1, we're going to be all out of this lockdown. Life's going to be back to normal. Lives. The fact that he's just stand idly watching the flu kill what it normally does and make this big PR market, it should say, all the time. I mean, he doesn't give a shit. He really don't. And in regards to sorting out with the EU, we've got our immigration policy back. What did he do with it? Straight away, I believe he gave it to NATO or one of the other, UN or NATO. Once we got our fishery policy on the table, what did he do? Gave it away. This guy doesn't give a fuck. We need real politicians to step up, as I've said before, and take the stand. And again, this is a shout out to my girl Anne-Marie Waters. I hope you come through and save us all. Do you understand me? The good old lesbian from up there somewhere in England. Do you understand me? That's where my hope is on. Do you understand me? Not with the likes of Keir Starmer, the one that allowed the CPS for Muslim gangs to go around raping the shit out of fucking our girl. Not Boris Johnson and the son to the traitor that did Turkey over. We need someone that comes from this country and believes in this country's ideology. I mean, let's start with that one first. Anyway, love you lot. And guys, again, you really didn't need to, but thanks very much for the donation. I hope it gets put to good use somehow or another. I don't know who it goes to, but anyway, if it goes to you guys, I hope you enjoy it all. All right.
We've still got a few more questions left before we finish up in Q&A. Okay.
Okay.
What's your stance on Brexit?
I'll say 42 years too late. We should have never been in it, to be honest with you. After war, all countries are going to suffer, but as we've seen, you know, England's still flying its flag, and it should always have flown its flag without some stupid ass flag flying before it, including Israel's.
Thank you for that. Do you think Biden won the election, or was the election fixed?
I'm going to say that Biden was given the election. I don't think he won the election. I think he was given it. And in regards to is it being fixed, I would definitely say it has. It's been proved that it's corrupt for years and people still fucking play that system. But yeah, It's one of them ones.
Thank you, Hasan. Is the current president of Turkey a president or a dictator?
I'm going to say the president of Turkey needs to be a dictator.
Okay, thank you for that. So let's move on to the Q&A session. Questions from the audience. The first question we have is, what message do you have for people looking to leave Islam?
I'm going to say one thing. This is all dependent on where you are. If you are in a country where Islam is predominant, shut the fuck up and get on with your life until you can make your way out of there, and then do that. Okay, if you're in a country, say for example in Saudi Arabia, don't be the martyr, please. We've had so many examples. Don't. But if you're in a country that you're, say for example England, and you've got religious family, what I suggest is get yourself set up first and then break the news when you're good and ready. Don't do it off the bat, because I'm going to say 9 out of 10 times it goes to shit and you're going to end up on your ass somewhere cold.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. What have you learned from your life?
Not to count on anyone. Family can be cunts. Remember that.
Okay. Another question that we have from our listeners today is, will you, Hasan, get into a ring and fight Rambo?
I do better than Rambo. To be honest with you, you know what? No, I won't. I'm gonna be better than that and not fight that old fucking decrepit fucking fake ass gangster bitch with his crack-hole daughter ways, man. No, I don't want to fight Rambo. But I'll tell you one thing: if Rambo does seriously think and he feels physically fit, man, I'd punch the shit out of that little prick, man. Do you understand me? But yeah.
Thank
Mixed
you.
Messages.
Another question we have is, does Hasan drink alcohol?
I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Yes, I do drink alcohol, but it has been many. I think it's been, say, my last drink was about 18 months, could be ago. Something like that.
Okay, thank you. What is your goal in life?
My goal? Oh, die happy, man. It's as simple as.
Thank you for that.
So, yeah, and hold on, open up a co-op, permaculture gardens to feed a load of people that are needy and deserving of great wholesome food. On this free, I really just want to do something pretty much. I don't know why, but recently I've just had this urge to just stick my hand in soil and not grow anything but marijuana. So what I meant is not grow marijuana, just grow food and chickens and, you know, make beautiful cheese and, you know, that wholesome life. Oh yeah, and fight Raj. Yeah. Nah, not really.
I was going to say, would you like to speak to Raj?
Man, I love Raj, man. I've always got time for my brother, man. I've always got time for my brother, Raj.
Is Raj online? He was online. Okay. I think that concludes the interview. Thank you for this interview. Thanks for being honest. And thank you for joining Speakers Corner Online. I am told you have received a cash donation tip up to £5 during this interview. We shall contact you in regards to paying this over to you. And that concludes the interview.
May I donate my £5 to some worthy cause, please?
All right, Raj is now online. Moderator, can you allow Raj to speak?
Hello?
Hi Raj, how are you?
Oh, good day. I'm only joking. Oh, good
Good early morning.
early morning. How are you doing, my Turk? Ottoman madman, my mad Turk, how you doing? We're calling from Bombay. I just wanted to check that your interview is okay. How you doing, man? I didn't listen. I didn't hear the interview, man, but I'll listen back to it, man. I did hear a bit of it. You know, don't be so shy, Hasan. You know, say it. Say what you feel.
I did.
No, obviously I'm being sarcastic. Yeah, I think you should have realised that. I just jumped on when
I did. I've never felt like.
I actually jumped on exactly as you were saying about Hatun situation. I was like, all right. Oh, Akida's here as well. All right. I don't want to derail your conversation. I always take over, man. I
The
apologize.
conversation has finished. So if you guys like to have a debate or talk, please continue.
All right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't always agree with Hasan, but I can hear you. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to derail it, but I just received another death threat letter literally today. I just get the police round again. Yeah, another one, third. So yeah, normal things. Just got the police round. Dude, you got Turkish internet connection, man. Is it just me or is it him that's up? Who is it? Is everyone? Can you just confirm the moderator that it's I can't hear him.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you. Hasan, are you there? I think Hasan has dropped off.
Oh, the Turkish internet providings now worse than Indian. Yeah, I don't. Let's not ruin it, because once we start talking, it's going to turn into a right shit show. So we better leave it, man. 'Cause, I don't know what it is when I talk to Hasan. It just goes pear-shaped in a good way, though. So it's probably not the best thing for your platform. It's probably best to have this conversation somewhere else, if I'm being honest.
Okay, so we're now leaving the debate room now. So if you would like to continue, stay in the room, you'll all be unmuted by the moderator. Thanks everyone for listening to Hasan's interview. Thank you.
Yeah.
And bye-bye.
Oh, is it ended?
It has ended.
All right. So all right. I'll listen back to it, but I just jumped